Welcome everyone. I'm Subhalakshmi, first MSc Microbiology, Sacred Heart College, Autonomous Tirupattur. What we are going to see in this session is paper electrophoresis. Introduction to electrophoresis. Definition: a technique used to separate charged molecules like protein or nucleic acid based on their size and charge. Principle: movement of charged particle in an electric field. What is paper electrophoresis? Description: a type of electrophoresis that use paper as the medium for separation. History about the paper electrophoresis. Briefly mention of this development and significant in biochemistry. Principle of paper electrophoresis. Mechanism: charged molecules migrate through a paper medium. Migration is influenced by the electric field and the pH of the buffer. Factors affecting migration: size and charge of molecules, ion strength of the buffer. Materials needed: paper, Wattsman filter paper or similar. Buffer solution: common buffer used, example TRIS acetate. Power supply: for generating electric field. Sample preparation: method for preparing sample, example dilution. Procedure: first, preparation of the paper. The filter paper strip is cut to the required size and soaked in a buffer solution to maintain a stable pH throughout the experiment. Next, sample application. A sample aliquot of the sample is applied onto the paper, generally some distance away from one end. Precious application is crucial to prevent excessive spreading which can degrade resolution. Electrophoresis chamber setup. The paper strip is positioned in a chamber filled with a buffer solution. Both ends of the strip should be in contact with this buffer to ensure electrical conductivity. Electrodes anode and cathode are then placed at each end of the chamber. Application of electric field. Upon connection to the power supply, an electric field is established across the paper strip. Charged molecules in the sample migrate toward the electrode of opposite charges. Then, deduction and analysis. After electrophoresis, the paper strip is removed. The separation molecules can be deducted using suitable strain or deduction technique, and their migration distance can be utilized for analysis. Visualization technique. Staining method. Common staining includes Comazin brilliant blue for protein. Detection method: UV light, autoradiography, etc. Types of paper electrophoresis. Paper electrophoresis can be classified based on the voltage applied during the process. Here is a brief differentiation between high voltage and low voltage paper electrophoresis. First, we are going to see the high voltage paper electrophoresis. Voltage: use high voltage, typically above 200-2000 volt. Duration: faster separation due to the higher volt, so the process is relatively shorter. Resolution: offer better resolution and sharper bands, big because of rapid movement application, especially useful when a rapid result are required for a separation smaller molecules. Low voltage paper electrophoresis. Voltage. Use low voltage, typically below 300 volt. Duration. Hu- Takes a long time for separation due to the low voltage. Resolution. Bands may not be as sharp as in high volt electrophoresis, but the process is gentler. Its application suitable for separating large molecules or when samples are sensitive to higher voltage condition. This picture is clearly explained that the two buffer solution tank is appear contain a buffer solution and centrally a strip like structure and place a filter paper over on it. One side of the buffer tank is contain anode, another side of a buffer tank is contain cathode, positively charged and negatively charged. It will be joined together by a battery supply. It's mean as voltage. On a paper strip, a pencil line is drawn, and on the pencil line, the sample is placed. The current will be passed on the buffer solution. After the cathode is moved towards the anode and anode is moved towards the cathode, the interaction will be acquired and the positively charged and negatively charged will move together and the molecules are separating and moved on negative side. Then it will be stained and results as either protein, nucleic acid, polysaccharide, or glycoproteins. Based on the design of the instrument, it's two type of classified paper electrophoresis. One is horizontal paper electrophoresis, another one is vertical paper electrophoresis. An horizontal paper electrophoresis is similar like two buffer tank and centrally placed a strip. Another one, a vertical electrophoresis is a full of buffer solution tank is contained. A center strip like appearance will be happen. Then the mountain shaped strip is present over the buffer solution is vertically present. Applications of paper electrophoresis, biochemical analysis, protein separation and identification, genetic studies, DNA and RNA analysis, clinical diagnosis, blood typically enzyme assay. Then, advantages of paper electrophoresis, simplicity, straightforward setup and minimal equipment required. Low cost. Filter paper and buffer are relatively inexpensive. Educational value. Great for teaching the basic principle of electrophoresis due to its simplicity. Disadvantages of paper electrophoresis. First one, resolution. Lower resolution compared to the gel and capillary electrophoresis. Fragility. Wet paper can tear easily during handling. Capacity. Limited amount of sample can be loaded. Thank you for all for your patient listening this video.